What's up guys, Darby here again with another tutorial, this time on how to export your edit and re-import it into your Unity scene without breaking anything like your rig, or just breaking things in general where your character's imported with no fizz bones or interactions or anything plugged in. Now there's two ways to actually do this. The first way, which I usually use, that way I don't mess up anything, is make sure all your stuff here is turned on, including armature. I turned that off just so you could see the character. Make sure all this stuff is turned on, everything that you're actually going to use. I usually click on the character's top, like the armature, and I hold shift and select the bottom, and it selects everything. So you have everything selected the scene. You don't actually have to do it this way. This is just the way I do it. That way I can keep other things in the scene but not export them with the character. So make sure you have armature selected and all of the rest of your stuff. Go to File, Export, FBX. Don't mind this. I'm actually just going to leave this in here. So my character is named Shiva 2.0 because that is my OC character. But this isn't my OC. I actually named it incorrectly. It doesn't matter. When you export this for it to import directly on top of the actual character, you're going to export it with the same exact name as the FBX that's in the actual default package. So if you go to your Unity scene here and you navigate over to where her FBX is, her file name is called Female Kiggy. You want to name your FBX the same exact thing. So you click on here and you type Female Kiggy. Case sensitive, everything, it has to be exactly the same. And the reason why I select all these is because usually, if you look over on the right side, I look for this thing that says Limit To, this button, and I click on Selected Objects. This means it's only going to grab what's selected and put it in there. So let me just let you know, do not export things without the armature. You will actually break everything in the scene. So make sure the armature is selected. If you accidentally miss a couple clothing pieces, at least it won't break anything, but always make sure the armature is selected. And then I just click Export FBX. There's other ways that people export characters. You can always look up different ways, but this is just my super fast way to do it, and this is how the Kiggies were exported. Now you go over here, and you are going to actually delete the FBX of this character. Don't worry about this one right here. That's the good rank one. She has an extra word in here, and deleting her is not... If you re-import it after deleting it, it's gonna be broken. So you're gonna want to just delete this one because this is the same named one. So you delete that. Yes. It's gonna end up still being in the scene, but it's red. That's because you're missing the FBX. You're gonna go into your files here. I actually have to find out where I put her. Don't worry, I'm very blind. Found her. My bad. Okay, it's right there. Now, let's go back over here. You're going to import the one that you saved, named Female Kiggy. You're just going to put her right in there. This is going to take a second. So now, as you can see here, she imported she has all of her textures actually plugged into her and everything. She's got her textures. If you click on her, she's got all of her dynamic bones and everything. Everything's plugged into her. On your right side, you'll see that her avatar descriptor is all set up. Same thing, eye roots, the blinking, all these things, everything's still on her. The only thing is, yes, her textures on her clothes and hair and stuff are not in there. And that's only because you have to... make your own materials, plug those in yourself. But if you look in your little drop down here, you'll see that she now has her hoodie, she has her hair, she has her pasties, her bottoms, her tops, socks, underwear. All of her stuff is now in here. But That's not the only step. You also have to, every time you plug in a new FBX, you have to click on that FBX. You can either click on the FBX directly, or if you click on the character and then press the select button right here, it'll bring you right to the same location. Animation type needs to be switched to humanoid. If you don't do that, the character will not animate, the character will not move in-game. The character, I don't even think you'll be able to upload the character. So make sure that's switched to humanoid and click apply. Now that you've got it applied to humanoid, make sure you go to configure. Now, characters that have a jawbone, press save. Characters that have a jawbone are going to you have to remove the jawbone from in here, not actually physically remove it in Blender or wherever. You have to remove it from in here because from what I've seen, every time I upload a character with the jawbone still attached, the mouth will get stuck open randomly, just for absolutely no reason. It's usually when you look up and it's really weird. So when you come into here, this weird screen, click on head right here, and then you'll see jawbone is plugged in. Just click on it, and I've had to double click it before, and you just delete it. Just remove it from there. You still have the jawbone on the character herself. It's just, it means that it's not going to be able to be used in game and everything. So scroll down here, press apply, and now you're going to click done, and it should bring you right back to your scene. So now she's good. You'll notice that your stuff is missing here. All you have to do is click on this little arrow to bring the drop down menu back. But now your character is ready, and all you have to do is start setting her up how you want her in here. But she has everything plugged in, and she's now got your edits. Another way to do this, now if you're exporting her with a different name, so say like I go here, you know, everything's selected, blah, blah, blah. You export her FBX and I name her something different. Just gonna call her Test Kiki for now. So say like you just export her with a whole different name and it's not the same thing. You're not gonna, don't delete this version. That's gonna mess things up. What you're gonna do is you are going to, in fact, click and drag that Test Kiki in here as a whole different FBX. And now that you've got the test version in here, you just grab that FBX and you're gonna place it in here with her. I'm just gonna move this one over just a little bit because she's kind of in the way. You'll notice that she looks different. It's because she doesn't have all the stuff this one has. And if you click on this one, you'll see she has fizz bones, she has her avatar descriptor set up, she has all these good things set up, but this one doesn't have anything. First step you're going to take is you are going to go, just like the other one, you're going to go in here and you're going to switch her to humanoid. You're going to do the exact same steps you did to this one for your other FBX. And then you're going to go and configure her once again. Save the scene. Go into the head, remove the jaw, press apply, and then click on done. Now you've got the FBX all nice and set up. Don't know why it always zooms me so far out. There. Now you've got her in. She still looks a little weird, so be it. We'll figure that out. Now, you're going to want to put a prefab in here called Pumpkin Tools if you want to transfer everything over from her to her. So go onto this, into Google here, and look up Pumpkin Tools. I already looked it up, but yeah. Look up Pumpkin Tools, and it's pumpkin without a P. Go to the GitHub page. You're going to click on down here at the releases right here. Look for the latest release and download their latest package right here. You're going to put this into your scene, get all the files put in there, and at the top here it'll pop up in the tools section for Pumpkin Tools. you're going to go to Avatar Tools. I gotta get it over here. Here it is. This is what's going to show up on your screen here. You're going to plug in right at the top here. You're going to plug in the Kigi you want everything to get transferred to. And then if you take this bar here and scroll up just a little bit, there's going to be another one that says copy from, and you're going to place this version in here. Down here, this is where you're going to, it'll have everything checked on that you want to transfer. There's other things like, say like the character has a particle system, or it has trails, lights, things like that. It'll also transfer those over. But honestly, I don't click on any of those because these are just bases. They don't have all that stuff on them. This is all the stuff you need. All that's checked off already. And then you just click on copy selected. And it will transfer over everything. So now you've got your fizz bones are plugged in, all of this is plugged in, you've got all of these plugged in, so everything should be plugged in on this character. You'll notice that she doesn't have her textures, but that's easy. You can easily add those in down in your materials. Just put them right on top. And that is actually how you do both methods of importing a character. I would highly suggest just do the original method of making sure this is named the same and replacing the FBX in here, because then you'll just have everything plugged in. But in the off chance that you do make a character that's got a completely different named FBX, make sure you have Pumpkin Tools, and it should essentially transfer everything over directly for you. And then you just set it up however you want. So thank you for watching. If this helped you, I'm happy it helped you actually. And if there's any other questions you guys have, any suggestions for tutorial videos, I'm completely down for helping out with that. I can teach you how to do simple toggles, simple contacts and receivers, things like that. I am available in the Discord most times. Monday through Wednesday, I am usually at work, so I am not available during those times, but the rest of the weeks I usually am. So, see you in the next tutorial. I apologize so much if I stutter or I say a lot or something, because I'm very nervous. I've never done these tutorials before, and I'm a shy guy, girl thing that lives under your bed. I'm sorry.